But there has to be that rhythm in order for there to be that glorious music. You know, if something's out of rhythm, you can notice it in a song. It would become very, very apparent. And it's like that's what the leap of trust is getting into that flow and that rhythm where everything is just seemingly done through you. You know, I think effortless is a good word. There's a sense of ease, relaxation, effortlessness, because there is no personal doer in life, in real life. In what seems to be human life, there seems to be lots of struggle, strain, stress, push, pull, attraction, repulsion. You know, these things don't have anything to do with eternal life or to the rhythm and flow of what is the most natural experience that there could ever be. And so, whether you use techniques like breathing and you start to just focus on your breath and center and go inward, whether you use sound, a mantra, all kinds of different techniques that are available, the point is to just relax into this rhythm where it just feels like there is no effort. And ultimately, this is where it's all heading. This is where the spiritual journey is heading. It's not heading to a sense of accomplishment or a sense of achievement, like the world is aimed at goals, you know, where you try to achieve a goal, a particular outcome, and then Jesus says you must have noticed this characteristic of the ego, that when you achieve a goal of the world, you are not satisfied. And then the ego is forced to shift the mind to another goal, and then yet another. And it can get quite exhausting. I think a lot of people finally turn inward on the spiritual journey because they've actually become overachievers in the worldly sense, not incompetent at all. They've developed their skills to an enormous degree, and they're still not satisfied. They're still discontented. They still feel like that old Peggy Lee song, is that all there is? You know, what else is there? So, in one sense, the journey will involve a sense of disillusionment, but the actual leap that you're talking about is the learning that comes beyond the disillusionment. Just when it seems all is hopeless, just when it seems there is no point to the world, just when it seems there's no way out of the world, like it's a closed system, and just when the temptation is to go into the greatest depression of seeing that there's no hope in the world, that's where the leap comes in. And you can't really come to that leaping off point until you begin to see the valuelessness of the world. If the world is still valued, it's still going to glimmer and shine. There's still going to be things that are still drawing the mind. It will still seem like a sacrifice to give it up if there's anything that's still glimmering. You know, people have said to me, why would anyone renounce the pleasures of the world? And I said, yeah, that's a good question. Why would you renounce the pleasures of the world unless you've got to a point where you've played them out, and you've played them out, and you've played them out, and you see that they didn't bring you a lasting satisfaction. That would be the point where you really were ready to take that next step, to take the leap. And it really would be pointless to take that leap until you get to that point. People say, well, you know, I think I'm ready, but there's still a few things that I think I've left unsaid and undone. I think, well, maybe you should try those things, instead of just pondering and thinking, oh, I'll just do it because somebody told me to do it. You know, it's better to come to that sense of disillusionment, and then from that place of emptiness, of bottoming out, then the leap becomes the most natural next step. It doesn't even feel like a leap at all. Like warm butter rolling off the off the dish, just no trouble at all.